All right, Jersey Bull, the Mad Trucker here, folks, at the Erie Branch Cemetery, I reckon. I'm with District 5 Magistrate Ray Brown and Dalmas Metcalf, call him Moose, with the Clay County Work Release, and we're on top of the world up here, Ray.
It's very nice up here, nice place.
Here we got
Norma Rio.
Norma's coming, but she's late. And Clay County Coroner Danny Finley, he's up there with us. He's documenting.
Linda Smallwood knows that I could sneak off and go turkey hunt.
Linda Smallwood, did you hear that? Now Linda,
Yeah, man.
Linda, Clay County Jailers, had a big part. I went down and talked to her.
He waits on somebody.
Wait on you was 8 o'clock. It was 8 o'clock when we were supposed to get started.
I wasn't the one that got that and dirty.
Well,
I'll shut this down for just a minute here.
Oh, that's a nice outfit.
Now we're here at the Erie Branch Cemetery, and there's Linda Smallwood. She's a dandy, Moose. I tell you, buddy. I went down and talked to her, and she didn't hesitate. She said she'd have you call me, and you did. And here's Clay County Coroner Danny Finley, and he's found. This is a white, Danny?
Polly A. White. Date of birth looks like November 18th, 1863. And date of death was May 8th, 1945. That's the latest one that I've seen that's buried here. Most of them buried here are in the 30s. We've located 16 graves here in this cemetery. Several of them are just marked with stones. They don't have transcriptions on the stones. We have a few that are hand carved. That do have some transcriptions that are readable. And then we have a World War I vet, Milton Hatfield, that's buried down here in the end of the cemetery. We've got Polly A. White here, and then it looks like a family of Shoops up here on our left when we first come into the cemetery.
Well, this is on top of the world, I'm telling you. I'd forgotten about it myself, but it's Erie Branch Cemetery is all I can figure out for the name of it.
Yeah. That's, I wasn't even aware of the Erie Branch Cemetery. I don't think we have any records of it at the Historical Society, but we will research these families. We will get the service records for Mr. Hatfield. We certainly want to recognize his contribution to our country and give him the respect he deserves.
Well, that's fantastic. And Moose here with the Work Release crew, they're doing an awesome job. And then, when they get done, Hobart Hensley is I've got them a flagpole, and we're going to come up and maybe do some kind of ceremony and get a flag up here.
That's great. That's wonderful. Glad to see you fellas taking an interest in these cemeteries.
Now I can get a flag.
Well, I've got the pole, and
I can get the flag.
okay, and Hobart, and he's with the DAV and the Vietnam veterans, so I think it's going to happen. And the big part of it is, getting started, and that's what you guys are doing, playing a major role in it right here.
Thank you for inviting me up, Ron.
Well, it's my pleasure, and I appreciate you coming.
Yes, sir, bro. Thank you.
Now we're
right there, get her.
okay. Now, Norma,
yeah.
we're up there. We're finally making progress. We're getting the cemetery cleaned up, and we got our magistrate Ray Brown, District 5 up here. Linda Smallwood sent the Work Release crew up with Moose or Dalmas Metcalf, and they're doing a wonderful job. And now we're talking about why a cemetery would be on top of the hill, but this was actually a road through here.
I don't think when they first built it, there
It was a trail.
It was just a little walking trail, and
Well, that was roads back then.
Yeah, there wasn't no road at that time, I don't think.
It was.
And I
Ray says they might have walked through here to go to Barber Road and do a little courting.
did. My mom and her sisters and all of them, they'd walk from Curry Branch. There's a spider going right over your head there.
You just have to go. Uh-oh. He's done.
And they would walk down the holler there and all the way across to Barber Road and go to church over there when they was growing up. And that was their courting trail. For that
Okay, Ray was And Ray, you said that there was homes up in here.
I think one time there was homes, but I can't remember
Well,
being.
I don't remember.
I've hunted in this country, and they be old homesteads you would see.
Oh, you've seen them?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're getting at.
Sit all up in here.
Because the other video that I did, somebody was wondering how crazy it was to put a cemetery on top of a mountain.
Well, they did it for the drainage, mostly. It would be dry up here, and back years ago, they didn't have steel vaults and all such as that. They had wooden coffins and boxes, and they buried people in. Yeah.
And good level land was a premium back in them days.
They probably done a lot of farming around in here for homesteads.
Yeah. Most of them were subsistence farmers, and like I say, a little piece of level land, you wouldn't want to mess it up with a cemetery. So,
this was actually probably a community back then.
What? They used to clear off these mountains.
They
They'd
did.
rub out these mountains and put cornfields on them.
They would. There used to be a cornfield right above town, right there, right behind the 911 building, right on the hillside over there.
And I can remember hearing Ruby and Tom Phillips over on Crawfish. I remember her telling about them having a garden back up on the side of one of them mountains up there, and she remembered carrying a sack of onions that they'd raised out of the top of one of them hills, and she was pregnant with Jimmy Dale, the one I was married to, and she said she hated them onions. She said she would wish that she could just throw them over the mountain, and he didn't need a bite of an onion now. That's a nice truth.
Speaking of onions, we're getting ready to get some nice ones in here because Hobart Hensley's doing the ones for the Shriners of Idea onions. Yeah.
Onion Drive and Onion Man.
Dalmas been out there checking on his crew. Well, I'm going to shut our video off. I want to thank every one of you again for coming up. And I think when Dalmas and his crew gets done, this is actually a usable cemetery.
Thank you again, Ron. Appreciate it. Enjoyed it this morning.
And people could actually use it if they wanted to. Would you say
that's
so?
That's right. Absolutely. Yep.
Good deal.
Harvey, his daughters, is supposed to bring his ashes up here. He wants them scattered on this cemetery.
Well.
And they live in Florida, and he died down there, and they've got his ashes. Whenever they come up, they're going to bring them up here.
Well, that's nice.
Well, see, Harvey is my wife's uncle.
Yep.
And she said she wanted to be cremated, and her ashes brought up here.
Well, that's nice.
And then Norma started, and I was thinking, I remembered there is a cemetery up here.
I told
and
my
that's
youngins I didn't care if they cremated me, to save that money.
Oh, they might.
So go ahead and burn you, but don't burn my money.
I tell you what.
Hey Moose, you got it looking good, buddy, and I'm going to sign off now. This is all the video. We'll make it too long, people won't watch it. Thanks again.
Yes, sir.